where everybody knows your name. Welcome. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Wednesday night D&D session. I'm your host, Fred Packard. I'll be your dungeon master for the evening and eternity. I'm just kidding. Maybe. But with that being said, I just want to welcome everybody back. How's everybody doing this week?
Wonderful.
Wonderful. That's good. Glad.
Fantastico.
Very good. Very good. Glad we are on our new home on Mainframe Comic-Con. Again, everybody that's watching this stream, please like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. We're going to be streaming our D&D show every week, Wednesday night around 7:30 p.m. ish. It's 8 p.m. right now, but we had to set up and we were running a little bit behind, but we're okay. And with that being said, I'm going to have you guys introduce your characters really quick, and then we'll get started. We'll start with Mr. Joshua Valier in the top over here.
Yeah, so I play Loki Lani, Ocean Reaper. He is a member of the Madrove clan. He's kind of a Viking, humanish kind of person. He is a human blood hunter, but like one thing that's noticeable is he has red eyes, so it kind of like sticks him out of the crowd in a human society. He's about 6 feet tall, and he's got some beef that he's trying to get back at some trying to get some revenge, really.
Fair enough. Now, speaking of those red eyes, you do have sunglasses, which is kind of cool.
They're not really sunglasses. They're kind of like goggles. I really like sunglasses, though.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I mean, you'd be probably the only person in a fantasy realm with sunglasses, but...
No, they had them all the time.
Yeah, sure. All right, and then to your right, we have Locks. Mr. Terry Mayer.
Are they Ray-Ban?
Ray-Bans?
Yeah.
Well, hello, Frederick. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm good. Yeah. Well, I am Terry Mayo, and I am playing Locks, one name, kind of like Cher. He is a grung rogue. He is... I always forget what I say. I always mess it up somehow, but he's small in stature, large in heart. I forget what I say. I'll have to go back and watch that.
I think we do that every time, actually.
Yeah. But he's a little mini badass, so I'm enjoying playing him.
Yeah, he is a little bit of a badass. I'll give you that. He's been quite entertaining to see develop as we've now going into our 6th episode, which is 2 months of playing this homebrew D&D session. It's been fun. And then to your right, we have Miss Carla.
Hi.
Hi.
It's amazing. 2 months already.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like a breeze.
Sorry.
Okay, so on that note...
You just jinxed everything. Everything is jinxed.
I think I know why we started late.
Or did I?
I'm drinking coffee and water right now. We're just
Americano.
Yeah. So I play really shy, out of control Eladrin named Anan. She's a Feyborn sorcerer, which is that class that we created for this campaign.
Very, very good, very good. Yeah, that was you put a lot into this character, so very appreciative of that. And then eventually, when we write our campaign book, I'm excited to unleash your character creation, which is gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah, me too.
And then below you, it's not the size of the dwarf, they say, but the strength of his axe, right, or something like that.
Motion in the ocean.
Yeah, motion in the ocean. Don't let this small-statured dwarf fool you. We have Mr. Rick-tastic down here.
I am playing Brolithal Strongheart.
Yeah.
A 42-year-old dwarf, which is young for dwarves, not considered an adult quite yet. He's a paladin, comes from a noble family, likes to walk around barefoot, and he is on a quest looking for someone close to him.
You know,
his
there
brother.
was a guy in Star Wars who liked to act barefoot, believe it or not. And if you notice in A New Hope, and that's really the only movie outside of, hopefully I'm not giving this away, he's only in A New Hope, and then he's also CG'd into, motion captured into Rogue One. Can anybody name that character for a little Star Wars trivia?
No. Rogue One's my favorite Star Wars movie.
Oh, it's Grand Moff Tarkin.
If you notice in A New Hope, they never show his feet. It's because the entire time he acted barefoot.
It's because he hated the shoes they gave him.
Yeah.
They were too
Interesting.
uncomfortable.
Didn't know that.
So
pretty cool.
fun,
Kind of power.
fun Star Wars fact, and you'll be able to watch our Star Wars weekly show soon here on this channel as well. So if you like Star
I will
Wars,
never watch Star Wars the same way again.
and that's a very
Segue.
into.
You're gonna be looking at his.
I thought I smelled your foul stench when I was brought on board.
Yeah, it was
Put your damn shoes on.
And then below the dwarf, we have our good friend Barney.
Hello. I'm Barney. I'm playing U-Calo. He's a half-elf ranger. He's trying to figure out what's going on in this place, but he seems pretty on board with joining up for this cause to get the Semet worshippers out of here. He also really wants to make a sick cape. So he's really motivated to make something absolutely incredible.
Just to clarify, they're Semet, Semet.
What did I say?
Semet. I actually have a friend named Semet. It'd be weird if he was the god,
Semet.
the god of this world. But yes, Semet, Semet.
I got it. Correct.
But all right, guys. Any announcements that anybody wants to share going into before we start our campaign?
Personal?
Anything?
Carla and I are getting married.
Ooh, that's fun. Yeah, that's congratulations. That's what, July 6th, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so obviously with COVID-19 happening, we originally had it set for October 9th, and we had to postpone the wedding to, at least the ceremony aspect, to next year, so that way we can still have our family and friends come to San Diego and join us. And it's kind of not as, we really wanted everybody to be here to celebrate, all of our family and friends. So unfortunately, situations happen, and we didn't feel like it was right for our for us.
It wasn't safe. And priority right now is to keep everybody safe and healthy.
But
so we're gonna wait
for the ceremony, but we didn't feel like it was important to wait for us to continue our lives together. So now we're getting married in 5 days.
Yeah,
that's very exciting, man. That is very exciting. And it's now going to be Carla Valier.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Yeah. So you need to, update for next session.
Yeah, we're gonna have to update.
You're gonna need to get online about a half hour early just to change the text.
Earlier. Yeah.
Well, maybe y'all will level up this session too, so I can kill two birds with one stone. And
don't tease.
Are we really far? How we doing?
Right now, you're pretty. I mean, teasing
us.
You a little bit, but yeah, you guys have gotten through some of the muck. But yeah, you guys are doing pretty well. A little banged up, battered, bruised, but. You got that antidote. And then for myself, a little fun announcement is I find out the gender of my child on Sunday, which I'm really excited for. My girlfriend and I are doing a little small, very tiny gender reveal, and basically just a couple people, and that's it. And we're going to stream that on Facebook so everybody can watch. But pretty excited in regards to, I don't know, boy or girl. Let's take a guess. Let's have some fun with this. Josh, boy or girl?
How dare you assume?
I think it's going to be a boy.
Same.
At birth.
A boy at birth. You think it's going to be a boy?
No, I think it's going to be a boy just because I think that he's going to be a nerd like you and drive Cass nuts.
You think he's going to be a nerd like me and drive Cass nuts? Probably.
Yes.
Well, you know. And then Terry, what do you think? What do you think we're having here?
I haven't been able to check out Cass's stomach, so I don't really know. But if I had to
It's-
That's how you
guess,
tell.
Yeah,
That's
she
what-
has
that's
the
is it
like
narrow?
the pointy.
Is it round?
It's a pointy one.
Pointy?
So yeah. So I
I'm
think
gonna
it's a boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say a boy. I mean, just going by what I know about boys and making boys, that sounds accurate. That sounds
You're a
accurate to me.
How many boys do you have?
I have
You have
7.
7 boys.
Yeah.
Have you had a girl?
No girls.
7 boys.
That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot it was all boys. 7.
boys, yeah.
You have
Yeah.
your own
That's what-
D&D.
Conversation earlier.
The
Yeah.
opposite of King Henry.
Yeah, you have your own. The opposite of King Henry. You have your entire. I mean, you don't have to worry about your name carrying on ever.
Yeah,
There's
right.
Gonna be,
Yeah,
There's gonna be Mayo everywhere. You know, just.
that's right. Give me a couple more years. I'm trying to build my
it's
own
gonna be
fellowship.
You know, you have
Your
a,
last name is gonna be slathered
you have,
on
you
every.
have it funny if you named them all like your first child Spicy, so you had like Spicy Mayo and that
Spicy mayo, sriracha.
cilantro mayo.
Ranch and
Yeah, perfect.
So
But then there'd just be one
you're missing
child
one
named
child.
Miraculous.
You're missing one child from the fellowship,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
I'll get to work on it.
No,
Depends on
seven
depends on what time we
kids.
into
Plus
it.
Gandalf.
7
That's
kids,
Gra-
but
that's
then you have
Grandpa
the
Mayo.
two parents.
Yeah.
You got Terry and his wife.
And then
Yeah.
9.
Carla, boy or girl? I think you already kind of guessed it. But...
I think last time I saw her, I immediately I was like, it's gonna be a boy.
So we have 3 boys in a row, and then Rick. I know you haven't seen Cass, but just you know me.
I would, but my fingers are crossed that it's a dragon.
You think it's a dragon? Okay.
I was gonna
Dragon
say,
Yeah.
yeah.
born.
I mean, why not?
I look over at my girlfriend who's reading on the couch right now, and nothing. Just no response to being a dragon.
Well,
Yeah.
you
Well,
never know.
I was gonna say a lizard, so
Oh,
All right, and with that, let's start tonight's episode of
3 boys, 2
Dungeons and
lizards.
Dragons.
Yay!
All right, guys. Where we last left off, okay, after rescuing Sara, okay, from the Kenku, okay, you guys brought her back to Sturgeon Point, which is the little hidden encampment that they've been building in the shadows, if you will. Bringing her back, you discover that she's been severely poisoned, with no time to lose. You had to find the antidote, which was essentially a weed. And you knew the particular area that it was in. You set off on this quest to go find it, and it led you to finding U-Calo standing over a dead body. He was shirtless, bloody, torn up. A big fight obviously ensued there, and U-Calo was the victor. And without much information, but some going back and forth, you set out again on your quest with no time to lose, finding the weed in a Semet follower camp. You went in and did what you had to do, battled through, and retrieved the antidote for Sara. That is where we left off. You guys are in the camp, and just received the antidote, and I believe Locks put it into his bag, if I do recall. And I will hand it over to you guys. Let me see if I can find the camp here. One moment. Here it is.
Well, we probably shouldn't leave all this possible loot to waste.
I got hit by 3 javelins.
yes.
Hey,
Do we
so
have any healing
how's
potions?
everybody doing, HP wise?
I'm doing fine, but I'm gonna need a rest before I can heal anyone.
I am doing pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. I'm bleeding profusely.
All right, I'm gonna walk over to Loki and give him a high 5, and when I do, I cast Cure Wounds on him. So that's gonna
You
be
can.
1d8 plus 1.
That's a surprise. That
That
was
is a-
sneaky.
That is a pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
Where's my d8? Here it is. That's going to be a solid 8, a strong 8 to start. So that's a total of 9 health
Nice.
recovered to you. Nice, mate.
Lovely.
Very nice. That'll help.
Oh, I feel invigorated. Like I just drank a Gatorade.
I was not aware
What?
you could
They
do
are not
that.
a sponsor. Sorry.
A gator what?
Of course not.
All right, who else is hurt? We should probably be getting back, though.
Can we check out these huts and around real quick, just to give a quick once over?
Of course, yes. Search the bodies. I want to see what's on this Orog.
Okay, so you search the Orog, and when you're going through, you do find. One moment while I pull up his stats. If I can find them. Here it is. Okay, so you find a 2 javelins and a great axe. And then you also find 30 silver pieces.
I'm gonna take the. I guess I'll take the silver, and then I'll say, anybody need any weaponry?
I like that axe.
I toss it to him.
I catch it gracefully.
I'm gonna.
Together
I'm
we
gonna-
shine.
I'm gonna look for any kind of coin that I can find.
Okay. So as you're kind of scrummaging through, 3 of the tents are now ash, but you do notice that in the ash, you do see some coin. As you're scurrying about and kind of sifting through it, you find, I will say, 5 gold pieces,
I'm rich.
and also
Dang.
you find a gold mug with a jewel on it.
A gold
Mug.
Mug.
Ooh,
Oh. Okay. The
lovely.
jewel.
Is there anything special about the great axe?
No, it's just a regular old
Sweet.
great axe.
1d12 is good for me.
And,
I'm gonna.
Sorry, and also I want to go to where I sell locks, pick up some herbs, and I'm going to grab some for the apothecary back in the town, just in case somebody else gets poison.
Sure. So you
Smart.
grab some extra.
I would like to
Probably-
rummage through the little tents.
So the 3 of them are on fire. You're talking about the other 2 then? So there's the big one that no one's gone into yet.
I want to go to the big one.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with him to the big one.
Okay. Let me actually move you guys. I think you're not on this. That's probably why.
Yeah, we're just on a white grid.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was watching the stream and I was like, oh, that's what I want to do. I want to go in that big tent.
Oh,
1 second. Sorry.
That's not where
Nope,
we
that is
are.
not where you are.
That's it.
There's so many things I
Town.
need to go through to get you guys there. I need to start deleting some of these, but in case we ever go back, you know.
Of course.
Yeah. So it's. There we go.
As long as I'm still not on fire.
You don't have to move your guy. You're just seeing it. It doesn't matter.
I
Unless you
am.
want to move your guy.
Too late.
Sure, why not?
By the way, the gold in this world is very
Worthless?
No, it has like the gold you're finding kind of looks like that.
Oh.
What?
Sweet. I dig it.
So
Oh, okay.
okay, so
Actually, we never really figured out. So the currency in this world, is it a mix of native currency and Semet currency at this point?
it is. So it's kind of just gold is gold. The size and the weight of it more so than
What's printed on it?
right. But easy to counterfeit.
I would like to extract several fistfuls of feathers from the fallen Eric Cochran.
Okay. I'll say you get 12 feathers.
12 whole feathers.
And then who went into the big
Alright.
tent? Okay, so as you walk in, you notice there's a lot of what looks like things that were stolen, essentially from local inhabitants. So you see some arrows. You see a couple quivers couple quivers of arrows, and then you also see some bows that are on this wooden table. The whole thing is made of what looks like an animal hide inside, and there is a bed made of like bamboo that has a like fur laying on top of it that you can presume is the bed that was for the urug. It's pretty large in stature, the size of the bed. And then you notice that there's some wooden shelves that are kind of pulled open a little bit. And that's kind of what you're seeing right now as you walk in.
So there are there any chests of any kind?
No chest, but you do see it's almost like a wooden made cabinet.
Okay.
There's like 3 drawers in.
Okay, let's
the
take a look
drawers.
at that.
Well, first you find some socks. No, just joking. So you open up.
Auroch socks.
So you open up
Nice.
you open up the first drawer, and then you look down, and it's pretty dusty inside, but there's some papers and some scrolls that don't look like they have been opened quite yet.
Okay. Is it just one drawer
There's
that I'm
3
opening?
drawers, and then
Three
so you
drawers.
shift to the second drawer, and it is a stack of Semet Bibles.
Okay. And the third drawer?
Third drawer is very difficult to open. It's not really moving as you're pulling on it. But it's
Okay.
not,
Like it's jammed or it's locked?
like it's jammed.
Okay.
Can I pull it loose?
You're gonna help?
First, I'm also gonna take the scrolls, whatever was in there. Not open them yet, but I'm gonna take whatever the scrolls were, and I'm gonna toss the Bibles to like the center of the whole camp,
Okay.
or not the whole camp, but the tent.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna
I won one.
bro,
Yes.
come over here and help me with this drawer.
Yes, of course. So I go over there and I pull on it with my short, stubby sausage fingers and just
Okay.
give it a hard
Roll
yank.
for strength.
Both of us?
Yeah, I'll have you. Actually, Josh, you roll for strength, and then Brawl roll a d4 for me.
That's good. 14.
2.
Okay, so 16. So as you guys pull it, the drawer comes sliding out, and you both fall on your ass, and then there's a giant locked chest that is in the drawer. Heavy.
Well, now we have to check to see if there's a key
How-
somewhere.
How big is the chest?
I'll say it is about 1.5 feet wide, and about a foot tall.
Does it look anything
Right.
like the chest that I was given before? No. Okay. So it's very different.
Yeah, what you see is just it's essentially it's metal and thick, a thick sheet of like copper. So that is pushed in. It's almost like you have. So kind of think of it like the border is all steel, and then there's a copper sheet essentially on the front, back, and sides, actually making up this chest.
Okay.
And it has a round top.
So I'm gonna hand it to Brawl and just be like, I probably wouldn't open this yet. We don't know what's inside. Don't know what could be inside. I would suggest that you hold on to it for now.
I'll put it in my pack.
It's pretty heavy. pretty heavy because it took.
Heavy like
A foot by a foot and a half.
Yeah, it's so there is.
But we're carrying all the gold.
And you guys are also carrying the gold too.
Yeah.
So how heavy is the box?
You trying to lift it? You'd probably two of you would have to grab a handle to carry it at the same time.
Oh, okay. So
I'm a
before we-
stacked dwarf, and you are a human.
Right.
So we're looking at least 200 pounds, maybe 300 pounds, actually.
It is pretty heavy.
Okay.
Can I mosey over there and see what they're doing?
Guys, I think we have found dark matter.
It's plutonium. I
It's the
am.
heaviest thing of this size I've picked up.
So I'm gonna grab some of the quiver of arrows. Are the bows better than mine?
They're just normal.
They look like normal
Yeah.
bows. Okay, so I'm gonna take both the quivers of arrows. They said there was 2,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna bring it out and toss one to Cal.
I'm across the river.
Oh, well, I'm gonna put both of them on my shoulder then, and then I'm gonna help Brawl with the case, the chest.
All right. So you guys carry on with the chest. Now, what's your guys' plans? Where do you plan on moving to here?
All right. So at this point, do we
There's,
see what's going on? Danon, Loki. Is it just Danon and I? There's Loki down here.
Oh, we're
too.
outside?
Yeah.
I wouldn't rely too much on the map itself. Just where that's there for reference. Just role play.
Have we showed up yet?
There's another tent right here.
Yeah. So you want to go inside there?
Yes.
Okay. So as you guys venture inside, you see another great axe that is kind of broken. The handle is kind of shorter, and the other metal side is kind of like the other side of the axe, if you will, is bent a little bit. But looking around, this seems more along the lines of where the Eric Cochran were staying. You see a lot of feathers on the ground in here as well.
I pick them up.
Okay. You can grab. There's like the whole ground is covered in them. So however many.
I'll just fill up a big old portion, enough to like make something out of it.
Okay.
He's gonna make a pillow.
I'm gonna make
a cape. Yeah.
Feathered cape.
Okay.
Out of the dead Eric.
All right.
Okay.
And what else? What else would you guys like to do in this camp?
Take a short rest.
I would like to take a look at this chest, like see if there's any traps on it, or if it's enchanted or anything. Take a look, see.
Sure.
While they do all that, I see there's like a red tree on the corner. I'm just gonna sit underneath and I'm gonna just like nap.
Okay.
For a little bit.
Okay.
So what should I?
So
what should I?
Are you looking to see if there's? Are you like casting anything?
Detect any traps? I'm just looking it over physically. I don't have any arcane senses really. Besides my not particularly.
Okay.
So yeah, looking for traps.
You could tell that that this chest was put together almost kind of like ceremoniously. So as you examine it closer, you can see some almost like hieroglyphs that are on the chest itself, like scratched into the copper, and then the steel that kind of wraps around it. You can see some it almost looks like elvish.
I'm half elf.
Yeah, it's art. It's not words. So you kind of see essentially as you're examining it, you see like what it looks like deer that are kind of running across, and and then the scratchings that are in it kind of show people in the bottom corner, right corner, looking.
Do I see like any weak points? Like if I was to hit any corner with a hammer, might it pop open or something like that?
Pretty well fortified, but one thing that sticks out to you is the image that's on the front. There's 3 individuals that are standing in the bottom right corner looking up, and there is something falling, what looks like from the sky.
Can I roll to see if I understand what that means?
Sure.
What am I
roll
rolling
history.
for? All right, that's going to be
37.
minus 17 minus 1, so a total of 16.
Okay, so this looks like it came from a more southern area on the continent, and it's very old. So you can kind of sense that this is well before your time, and you're not exactly 100% certain on the time frame, but you do know that it's very old, and that it from the area of which it came. You can tell by the writing that you see that the particular art style, you can almost trace it back down to the Yugon area.
He gone. I share this with the party, or with whoever's around, whoever's willing to listen to the little that.
Standing near you.
I'm just kind of talking about the art styles and nerding out on the history of this old chest.
Bro,
It looks pretty cool. Can you open it?
I can.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, I've been waiting for an invitation, but it's fine. I'll interject myself.
Oh yeah, come over.
You mentioned the Yugon tribe. That's kind of where I've been hanging out for a bit. Can I check it for traps?
You certainly can.
Oh, that's what I tried to do. Instead, I forgot about the whole thing.
Well, you were checking it for. Well, you didn't get. You were checking it to get just a look at it, were you not? You weren't checking it for.
It's all good.
Okay. Sorry. So do you have any kind of, or are you just looking at it?
I'm legit checking it for traps. So
Okay.
I've got thieves' tools, I guess, and
Are you trying
sleight of hand.
are you trying to open it, or are you trying to just see if there's anything?
Trying to check it for traps to see if there's like if it's spring loaded, if there's any.
Okay.
Thing-
Roll for.
Can I help him?
Yeah, you could help. So I'm gonna have you roll 1 second here.
Lay your hands on me.
Mhm.
Okay.
Hey Cal.
Hey.
Didn't know that you could
Investigation. Sorry.
heal people.
Oh, did you see that?
Well, I
did.
gotta
I
have
felt
zero
it.
in investigation, but
I felt it too.
I rolled a 17. What does
Your investigation is +0, so 17 straight.
Do I need to do anything to help?
You can roll a D4, but the 17's enough, so it's fine.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay, just
I'm
do because
helping. Plus
just do.
3, dirty
Oh,
20.
dirty 20. So you do notice that because just from the area of which you come from in the Yugon, you do notice that you've seen similar markings. Okay, and it's more spiritual. You don't sense any traps, at least any man-made traps on this.
Okay. All right. Without asking for permission, I'm gonna just open it.
Okay, you're gonna use your thieves' tools.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Am I holding? I'm holding the chest.
God, I hope you know what you're doing.
Another 17 plus. What would that be? Sleight of hand or what is that?
17. I'm going to say that's enough, regardless.
I'm gonna help again. Did you try turning it left?
Okay.
I was using my sky ring.
Yeah. You're just like, and then you hear it, and then it opens. As it does, you see this puff of air rise out of the oh my gosh, I can't think of the chest. There's the word. You see it's almost like this grayish blue smoke cloud rise out of the chest, and then it just evaporates. Oh my gosh, my words. Use your words, Fred. Evaporates and goes, like, kind of disperses, and it's gone. Doing so, as you're fidgeting with the chest itself, it feels much lighter. And sitting as you look down it's about the size of a golf ball, and it is a piece of it looks like a meteorite, and it has sticking out of it gold pins that are sticking out of this meteorite that is pretty well rounded, and not a golf ball, sorry, softball. It's the size of a softball.
Oh, would you look at
Big
that?
difference.
I'm gonna nudge it with my boot.
Does it look like anything that would mean anything to me from the you guys?
Roll for religion.
Eight.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't really ring a bell for you.
Okay. Does anybody want a rock?
It looks really cool. It's pretty
Yeah, but
shiny.
I'm in need of some arrows, so I'll trade this for some arrows.
Oh,
I have a bunch of arrows actually. There
wait,
you go.
Loki. Oh, Loki.
Actually, so I still had about 10 arrows left of my own, so I'll hand those to Loki, and then
You hand them to
hand
yourself.
those to Lux, the 10 arrows, and then I also had another quiver of arrows, and I hand those to you, Cal.
Oh, thank you, mate. Good stuff. Can I have that rock?
How many arrows do you got?
Now? That's a good question. How many were in the quiver?
Oh, I didn't realize we were bartering.
Well, I mean, I wanted arrows. If you're giving him more, then he gets the rock, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I can only really hold 20 in a quiver. How about yourself?
Well, I've got 2 quivers now. I can just pass them along.
Sold.
Well, I didn't say. Okay. I hand him the second quiver for the rock.
I want to know if I
just throw the rock over my shoulder and they can fight over it. But I throw it over my shoulder.
Gosh.
I
want to
jump
know
on
if
it.
I sensed any arcana when the chest was open.
Do you have any kind of ability that allows you to do that, or do you have detect magic? Or...
I have advantage on Fae, Fiends, and Undead. For Arcana checks, History checks, Investigation, Nature, Religion.
Okay, so I'm gonna have you roll for Fae.
Well, you didn't have to tell me that.
Yeah, true. That was dumb.
Arcana?
Sorry, I'm having a long day. Yeah, right. Roll for Arcana. Please roll good, so that way that wasn't dumb.
You have advantage. You just said.
I do have advantage. So that was good because the first roll was 3.
Yeah.
And second roll is 18 plus 4, so 22.
So you noticed when that blue and gray cloud came up that was Fae in nature. And it was a spell. It was a spell that is meant to weigh things down.
Oh,
Oh, so it was just heavy.
interesting.
Now does it make sense, Rick?
That's why it was heavy.
Well, that's strange. I think that blue aura was actually some kind of spell that weighed down the chest. But why? What's the purpose of something like that?
Well, if you can control mass like that.
I do.
Okay.
I'm ogling it for a moment, letting it reflect off the sun.
You could control the force that pulls us to the
I don't
ground.
think that's what this does.
If only it was a Fae person along you guys. If only.
As this is happening,
Oh,
as you're talking, all of a sudden, all of you are kind of listening in on our elvish friend here as she's speaking, and all of a sudden her eyes go white and they flick back, and she's just standing there frozen.
Galadriel.
wait, who?
You,
Me?
yes.
I am outside by the tree sleeping.
Right. So right now. Well, sorry, you were talking.
Oh, say so
this
you
is
don't,
you're
you
not
don't
seeing
see
this, so
her.
nobody else is seeing
Nobody
this.
sees this?
No.
Okay, so this is happening right now, regardless. So as you are sleeping, you are now in a trance. Your eyes open, and now they're just white. Okay, and in your visions that you're having right now, white smoke is coming towards you, and you see the outline of the familiar being walking towards you slowly. Think of like you remember Harry Potter, the final movie where they're in the train station. Essentially, it's all white. Not the train station, but they're in Hogwarts. He's talking to Dumbledore, and underneath him on the bench, all white everywhere. It's like that, except you see a shadow walking towards you that's probably about the length of a football field away. And then he reaches out to your mind and saying, "Will you help?"
Then again, who are you?
I'm the one who asks. I'm the one who gives the questions. If you're willing, again, I will guide you. But you have delayed here far too long. You must get back.
I will pull out the compass, and I said, like, do you gave me this?
Yes, and apparently you do not pay attention. Have you looked?
No.
Okay. And then he, still walking closer.
Okay, can I will try to roll for religion again to see if there's any way that I can, I don't know, folktales, religion, growing up, lessons, anything that can actually reminds me of that. Okay. I can do it. Okay. Go. Plus. Oh, okay. So 15.
15. Okay, so what you're sensing right now, you believe you're in the presence of a god. And you don't know which, but you can tell you believe it to be of your faith.
Yes. Yes, I will. Yes, of course.
Get back to Sara. Waste no time.
Okay.
And then the shadow starts moving very close, rushes you, and then goes through you. Your eyes open back up, and you're now awake.
And that's when I said, two can play at that game.
I don't understand. You didn't say anything before that.
It was the bird pun. Because we were fighting birds. You had to be there for the first part of the story.
I was kind of on fire for a part of that time. That's when I don't remember.
Guys, we need to go.
Go.
Okay, I'm ready.
Yeah.
We need to go right now. We need to make it to Sara, like right now.
Damn, how long have we been in this camp, like just kind of chilling?
You have been here for however long the stream is going, pretty much. You've been here for now an hour.
Oh, shucks.
Ooh, super. So that's a short rest?
Yeah, I will say that is a short rest.
Oh, heck.
Oh, awesome.
Spend a hit die.
Yeah, I'm going to use my last hit die as well to be okay. Shoot, is it a D8?
A D8?
It's at the same exact
You can
time.
tell that the sun is getting a little bit lower
2.
Okay. Okay.
Plus 5
Lux.
Constitution. Plus 5.
Lux.
Heck yeah.
Yes.
D10.
It happened again. We need to go.
All right. What are we waiting on? We got a girl dying in back at the village.
Let's go. Let's go. And I
Take
will
takes
just
longer than my grandparents over here.
start sprinting. Go.
Okay. So you take.
I guess we better hop to it.
All right.
I'm walking out of the encampment.
Fair enough. 1 second.
Before I leave the encampment, I'm going to burn the large tent.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take like a stick or like I think there was still some fire from the other burning tents, right?
Yeah. There's. I mean, it's. There's not fire, but they're smoldering. But you're pretty good with like. I don't know if you have any flint or matches. There's sticks that you can try to.
I do. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm just basically gonna kind of start a fire right in the big tents with the Bibles,
Okay.
and just boom,
All right.
and then leave.
So as you guys are venturing down this road in haste back towards the camp, I'm gonna have who's leading the way. I'm assuming that is Danan.
I'm running.
So
Yeah.
Danan, as you're running, roll for D20 with perception, please.
Ooh, really good. La, 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 la. Perception. Oh, okay, so that's 21.
Okay. So you guys are sprinting through, and no problems. I mean, there's stuff in the middle of the road. You're like pretty much what is it called? Parkouring off of stuff, going really quick, running through these woods, and the race is on.
Meanwhile, we're about 100 feet back, and I'm tracking her because she
You
seems
have
to
to
be
track her from 100 feet away.
She's in the woods.
Oh, it's my favorite terrain. I help everybody as we speed through the woods. I'm like, there's a rock, there's a root. Watch out for that branch.
It's starting to get a little bit cooler around you guys, and you notice a fog is slowly rolling in.
Oh, I hate fog. Obscures my favorite terrain.
I feels a little bit creepy. I'm gonna take out my bow, and before. Yeah.
You can hear the music, right?
Oh yeah.
No.
No.
Yes, I can.
No. It's on the
It's on roll. It's
stream?
on roll 20. Yeah.
A little loud.
Oh, okay.
Let
Gotcha.
me lower it.
Oh no.
Is that better, Terry?
Yeah, for me, it is. Yeah.
Get those virgin ears. So it's getting a little bit. Are you still, now that it's very foggy where you are, and the sun.
May I make a perception check just in case do I get the sense that there's danger closing in?
Yeah, roll for perception for me.
All right. I get advantage because this is my favorite terrain, and thank goodness, because I rolled a nat 1 on the first one and a 16 on the second, plus 1, 17 total.
17 total. Okay, so as you're running, your bag that you put the thing in the bag, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It starting to weigh you down a little bit and kind of pull you to the side, and you can see a glow coming from your bag itself, a bright goldish glow.
Should we ditch this relic and just come back for it later?
What's going on? What's wrong?
It's glowing and it's getting heavy, and I think it's gonna weigh us down right now.
Can I do a check as to why that's happening?
Sure. What are you gonna grab it, or what are you doing?
I'm gonna try to
Specifics
take
here,
it out of
Josh.
my
I need
pack.
specifics.
I will. Well, it's glowing, right?
You can see
I
the glow.
take it out of my pack.
Okay.
Can I reach into my pack while...
As soon as you pull it out and you put it up in the air, you can look up. The fog is now surrounding you all. And you look up.
I would laugh.
You look up and something is now a shadow going in front of the sun. And
I would like to cast Divine Sense.
okay.
I am also going to do a Crimson Rites for fire.
Moment.
What does that mean?
So first, let's start with the Divine Sense. So, as an action, you can detect good and evil until the end of your next turn. You can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of the celestial fiend undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover. Okay, so you cast Divine Sense, okay? You can tell that the item that he is holding has a magic fey element to it. Very strong.
Rock?
The rock, right. So it's essentially, from your observation, a meteor with gold pins. Think of like you know how people have those apples they stick their pins into? It's like that, except gold little pins are stuck into it. And it's about, like I said, the size of a softball. And you can sense there is a celestial origin to this rock, space rock, if you will. You can't make out if it's good or bad, but you do sense some sort of arcanic powers with it, as if there's more to it than meets the eye.
It's Fey, so can I do...
I'm Fey.
Guys, that rock is emitting some kind of celestial energy.
Can I do a check on it? If I recognize anything about it from my reading?
You're gonna go through a book right now?
No, I'm saying, like, do I recognize any elements to this that I may have studied from the past? When becoming a blood hunter.
Okay. Roll for I dig where you're going. Roll for religion, Josh.
Okay.
The music is freaking me out.
Pretty good.
So I have
It's working.
17.
17
for religion.
Nice.
Very good. So you recognize it, and you think that it might have something to do with Aaron.
That's the patron that I... Never mind.
Aaron, the god of life and death. His symbol is a black star on a gray background.
So there's something definitely darker. I mean,
and as this is happening now, the sun is completely behind. Basically, not the moon, but a shadow has pretty much engulfed the sun.
It's eclipsing. What have I done?
Let me see it. Let me hold it for a moment.
I throw it at him.
Okay.
Is it too heavy for him to throw?
Oh, good.
No. Well, so once he took it out
Does
of the
it get
bag,
heavier as it's in the air?
No, it's not. If you threw it just fine.
So I'm holding it, and I have some history with Arn, based off of my Blood Hunter history. Is anything else coming to me about this?
So you can sense it's very cold to the touch.
And it's still getting heavier?
It's probably, it feels like, I mean, it's the size of a golf ball, but it probably feels more like it's 20 pounds right now. Right? So, not golf ball. I keep saying golf ball. Softball. Softball. And it feels like it's about 20 pounds. And it's very cold to the touch, but you can't even touch the rock itself because the gold pins around it.
Okay.
And you get the sense, like I said, that it has to do with Aaron, but you don't really know what, why, how. You just recognize the symbolism, and you being very attuned with Aaron, you believe, knowing his symbol, what that this might be something to do with him.
I don't have any kind of sense of I should just drop this and leave it, or
again, the gods, you know them to be, they're not good or evil. They are who they are, right? So,
okay.
You pay your tributes.
I am going to put it into my pack.
Just taking it from U-Calo.
I should probably hold on to this. This feels like something of my patron.
Sure, let's go.
Okay. You guys are going to carry on then?
Still with my bow and my blood right as well. So I have essentially put a fire energy on my bow and arrows. And I took damage in doing so.
Okay, it's now beginning to rain. And you have fire, you said, on your bows? Is that what you did?
Yeah, so I basically powered them up with an extra D4 of fire damage.
The heat around you is kind of emitting some steam. So you're starting to rain.
As we run, that actually looked pretty cool.
And it's still pitch black out at this point. The stars in the sky, you can still see that are emitting some light for your way. And those of you who have dark vision, you can see just fine as well. Who is still leading the pack?
I probably lost a lot of that conversation because I kept running all the time.
Okay, so you are now well ahead of them.
I'm leading everyone after Danan.
I was with Danan the whole time, so I don't know if she missed it, I missed it because I stayed with her.
Okay. So Danan and Lux roll for perception.
And my legs are short, so I'm hanging back.
So is Lux.
So essentially, we have
Lux is built for speed.
The group is separated, but not by much. Probably, maybe about, I'd say, 60 to 90 feet at this point.
So total 16.
16 and
25.
Okay. So you guys are running, and and one's hopping, and what you notice coming towards you, Danan, very similar to your vision, in the fog, you see what looks like another silhouette of something walking towards you. Towards you and Lux. Kind of slowly coming through the fog.
I will say, stop! And I just put my hands like this and said to Lux.
Okay.
He looks oddly familiar to what happened before.
So I'm by her legs, I guess, but my bow is ready and give the word, princess. What are we doing?
Music's cool.
Yeah. I will keep walking with respect, let's put it this way.
Okay.
And say until I have a good vision.
Okay.
If it's humanoid or something else.
Okay. So as you get closer, you notice that there's more than one silhouette. It's now probably about 80 feet away from you. And you see now 2 silhouettes.
I have no idea. Lux.
Well, I'll keep my bow on them. Let's see what happens, but we need to keep moving.
I know. I need to tell you something. We need to save Sara. So, if I need to stay behind, just make sure to bring some medicine to her. This is, I guess, bigger than us. I got approached again and just get to her, okay?
Well, let's try for that not to be a fact. Let's both try to get this at her, yeah? But if it comes to it...
Make sure.
Yeah.
Okay. As you guys are still talking, the rest of the group is now caught up, and you're all standing there. And I'm going to have Loki roll for... Actually, I'm going to have our dwarf paladin roll for perception as you catch up at the end, and you're kind of looking forward, and you see coming out of the fog 2 silhouettes. Roll for perception.
Nine.
Okay.
May I also roll?
Yeah, so the group that just... Actually, all 3 of you. The 3 of you roll together. I'm going to have Loki, Brawl, and Barney. Excuse me, U-Calo. Sorry.
11.
19.
Okay. So, U-Calo, you recognize the silhouette as an Orug.
Ah.
Or
Do I only see the one?
You see two silhouettes right now.
And I only recognize one as an Orog.
Both the silhouettes. You can kind of make them both out.
They're both Orog. All right. Looks like we got a pair of the chums, I say to the party.
Are there trees nearby that we can...
Can we just
Yeah,
go
but
around
It's
them?
very foggy and dark. You're on a single road, and there's 2 hills on the side that have a lot of forest and grass, and bushes and shrubbery and trees, but this is the only road.
I say we duck out of the road,
Wait
and
for 'em
if
to
we
go
want
by.
to take them, we wait for them to go by, take them from behind, but we don't take them on head on. That
I
would
agree
be
with that.
that would be a poor decision.
Right now.
The silhouettes are getting larger in size.
I'm already in the bush.
Okay.
All right, let's break apart.
All right.
Let's go,
Hiding.
princess. Let's go.
Okay.
Hiding, yeah.
I'm gonna have
Don't-
you all roll then, for just in case, for initiative, seeing as you guys are taking the element of surprise in case you want to.
Natural 20.
Wow.
19.
A natural 1.
You go.
Good thing it's just for initiative or whatever.
Okay, so
I wasted
Denon-
a natural 20 in
and then
initiative.
Lox was a 19.
Yeah.
And then
Scatter.
U-Calo.
I got a total of 4.
Loki.
8.
Brawl.
19.
All right.
Bash some heads.
Okay, so as you guys are now hiding on the sides, I am going to move us to our map here in a second. But okay, nobody look at the stream. All right.
Oh,
Scouts honor. Scouts honor.
Way to say that.
Wait, we're streaming this?
Oh my god.
Okay. So as you guys are walking, coming towards you, you guys are going to be... I'll move you guys here in a second.
Oh, that's cool.
Do we have a map?
We do. I'm going to move you guys here in one moment. I'm going to let you guys position yourselves how you want.
Oh, cool. It's loading.
I'm on a boat.
You are no longer.
I'm also
You are no longer
Oh,
on a
there we go.
boat. But you see.
Oh, now there are 4.
Okay. Shit. Okay, so I am
Move your
about here.
dodos.
This is a tree, right?
Yeah. They're pretty tall and skinny, so I'd say you can be on the ground next to the trees.
Can I
Here's
shimmy
a
up
tree
a tree
stump.
real fast?
I'm gonna lay on the ground behind this tree stump.
I'm going up to the tippy top.
Okay.
I don't know where I've got cover, honestly. Would I be able to have cover here?
So underneath, so yeah, there is. You can hide because you're pretty small in stature, big in heart, but small in stature. You can kind of hide behind the tree's trunk, if you will, and kind of poke your head out from the other side.
I want to do what the halflings did in Lord of the Rings. Get off the road!
Oh.
Okay. And now, as they are venturing, they are moving forward a little bit, not noticing anybody.
Cool.
They're slowly walking. They have, over their shoulders, they're holding some great axes.
Not attacking.
They move another 10 feet. They are now past, pretty even with you, Brawl. And Danan, you are now about 5 feet behind them in terms of where they are on the road.
I'm gonna hold my action.
Okay. So they're continuing forward, walking. They move another 10 feet. They are pretty much... Everybody can see them right now. Danan, from your vantage point, you can still see them. And they're about to turn the corner. There's a little bend in the road. The rain's picking up. The fog is very thick.
That's great. They shouldn't be able to see us then.
Yeah, stay in put.
Okay. I'm gonna have, let's see here, myself. As they're walking, they stop in the middle, and the one picks up his arm in the front, and he starts sniffing around. Oi! You smell that? And the other one, what? Man flesh.
I'm endangering the mission. I shouldn't have come.
Brought to you by...
But yeah, he's kind of sniffing. They spread out a little bit. They have their axes now kind of ready. Oi, I'll go this way. We'll split up. And they start kind of going into the shrub, whacking it.
Before they... Okay,
I whisper to Danan.
I will try to do prestidigitation
Prestidigitation?
as far as I can around here,
Nice.
and I'm going to make the sound of like. Are they smart or anything?
I mean, they're intelligent creatures. They're not.
Okay, so I'm going to make the sound of crying baby.
Okay. And so you cast it right around here then?
Like as far as I can, like
Okay.
as far as
Maximum range.
So
Yeah, what's your range?
maximum.
Like over here.
the range of precipitation, I think, is
Yeah.
120. Let's see here.
Something like
spells. Precipitation. Range is 10 feet.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Oh, Danan.
okay.
So-
Prestidigitation?
Yeah, precipitation is 10 feet because it's more of an illusionary spell that is around you.
Yeah.
Or you can heat something up or touch something, and so it's more general. It's like kind of a, right here, right now. You can do a sound 10 feet away if you'd like.
Then run.
Somebody tossed a rock or anything like.
All right, can I do something,
Yeah.
or are we in initiative?
You're not in initiative yet. I had you guys roll just in case you decided to want to do something.
And it looks. Can anybody else see me, or am I pretty hidden from everybody?
You are pretty well hidden right
I
now. I mean, they're
Alright.
closed. You have one that's probably about, you have two that are about 20 feet away from you. One's going down away from you. The other one's going up. So you're probably in one of the safer spots right now.
And which way is the city? This way, or
The
this
city
way?
is through them.
Through them. All right. All right. I want to shoot this guy.
Okay. Roll for attack.
Sneak attack. 17 to hit.
That does not hit.
Ooh,
So
okay.
as you pull your bow back, flinging it.
What? Wait, was that with advantage? You got advantage on that one?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
did you roll your advantage?
I did a sneak attack. I get advantage on sneak attack. Yeah.
Yes.
18.
18 will hit. So as you draw your bow,
Oh.
that's huge. Draw your bow back, flinging it forward. The arrow gets stuck. Always doing the shoulders here. Hits and scurries off the shoulder, opening up a cut. He screams out, "Over here!"
Do you want me to do damage?
Yeah, roll for damage.
So 12 damage and then 4 poison if he gets poisoned.
All right.
And I'm gonna move.
It's 13, right? Do I need to...
12. You have to beat a 12.
So he does get poisoned.
Okay.
Sweet.
So 12. What is that? 16. 16 damage.
He's not dead.
All right. So then I'm gonna make a step out here. Say, well, don't you look lovely? And then 5, 10, 15, 20. And then I'm going to jump 5, 10, 15, 20 to 25.
Okay. All right, now you are in the brush right now. So you land in basically shrubbery that is as tall and as high as you right now. He is.
Okay.
This one is pissed, and definitely in a certain fit, if you will. That was 12 damage plus poison. How much was the poison?
It was 4, I think.
Okay,
4.
16 damage, and then he is poisoned. Okay. Next is going to be. We are now in Danan. Your turn. We are in battle now.
Is this the surprise round?
Yeah, this is a surprise round. So next will be Danan, and then we'll start the order again.
I whisper to Danan.
Yes.
Come
Oh,
on,
I thought you
dog.
were. I thought you were Semet.
No, I'm.
Oh, gotcha.
thinking-
Yeah. I whispered to Danan. Wait until they're all moving in the same direction before we do anything.
Okay.
Locks
gonna
just
hold
got their attention. So wait for them to move toward him.
It's
Okay. I'm going to hold my action still. I'm going to. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. That's what I want to do.
Okay. Next is going to be Brawl.
Same.
Okay.
I'm gonna ready in action.
Okay. And then
I'm gonna ready. I think I have my throwing axes on me. Oh, did I lose them? Oh no, I brought a shield. That's what it was. Okay. I get my dagger ready.
Okay. Dagger is ready. After you is going to be Loki.
So I just saw what he. So Lox just went.
Yeah, literally, this is
sprinting.
all within seconds, right? So Lox just pulled the arrow, shot the guy, bounced away, and immediately after that, you're doing what?
I guess I'm gonna double hide.
Okay.
If the one that is closest to me walks walks toward me, not in a sense that he's walking toward Lox, but if he's walking toward me, I'm going to ready my action to fire an arrow at him.
Okay.
My reaction.
So this one here.
Yes.
All right. Next is going to be U-Calo.
All right. So I'm gonna think to myself first, oh, that crazy fool, making himself the distraction, and I'm gonna ready myself to for when they move for when this guy here moves away. I would like to get down the tree and run as far as I can,
Okay.
as stealthily as I can.
All right. So this is going to trigger some actions here. This one is going to go chasing over. He calls out, "This way!" And then this one's going to start moving this way. U-Calo, if you want to make your move.
I'm gonna shimmy down the tree. Yeah, next to Loki,
Okay.
and actually stop at that.
Okay. So you're next to Loki on the ground now. And then we're going to go back up. So these guys are moving forward. They're chasing after Lox. The three of them are kind of clustered right here in the middle of the road. And now we're back up to Danan.
Okay, I'm going to just that I think that Lux did that because I said that I needed to run. But I think that I want to do is I'm going to firebolt.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
The one that is the last one. This one.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
And that's a that's 17.
17 does not hit.
Yeah.
But the firebolt does come out, and it
Yep.
lands in front on the ground, sparking up some flames, catching the brush on fire over here.
Mhm.
So now there's some smoke and some light, catching the attention of these two that are closest to you, turning them around, looking in your vicinity.
Mhm.
Were they spotted?
Where who spotted? They weren't spotted.
Danan?
They weren't spotted, but they know the direction which it came because the fireball landed at their feet behind them. So they kind of spun around. Now they're paying attention to their rear as well, as one is going after Lox, and then the other is still looking forward. And then anything else, Danan?
No.
Okay. Brawl,
That's it.
your turn. Brawl full Strongheart.
Where are they looking?
two are looking directly at the firebolt right now. That you should be able to see on screen. I hope, right? Yeah. And then the other one is chasing after Locks. The other one's looking at the one chasing after Locks, running forward as well. So the two that are in the rear are looking at the firebolt. This one here is looking at this one in that direction.
How much cover is this?
The stump, it's about the height of you. So decent cover, depending on how you position yourself around it.
Okay. At the very least, I'm gonna move over onto the other side.
Okay.
So that way I'm in the shadow
Okay.
of this flame.
All right. And is that it?
Is that the end of the surprise round?
Yeah, we are out of the surprise round now.
Oh, wow, God.
What are you readying, bro?
Right now I'm not readying anything.
Okay. This music's intense.
Feels like cow music.
All right. Here goes.
Okay.
This is what I do. I jump on top of the stump
Okay.
and I raise the great axe above my head. They recognize it because it's one of their own. And I just scream, "Run, you fools!"
Okay. Roll for intimidation. I like it. With advantage.
Okay. Natural 20.
Oh.
Holy shit.
Yes, yes.
So as that happens,
Thank R1.
the rain is still coming down. These two back up about 5 feet from you. The one falls on his ass, knocking him somewhat prone here. We'll put prone as that color. And then this one is now scared. This one is not phased because it wasn't paying attention at all. But this one backed up, so he's down. This one with the yellow dot is on his ass. This one is scared. We'll put pink is scared. They're both scared, actually. So giving them disadvantage. And that one's on his ass as you did that. So well done. They didn't run, but they did have some effect.
Oh,
Super
God.
brave.
Next is going to be, unless you have anything else you want to do, bro.
Oh, man. Run!
Do I see anybody looking at me? Not the Orogs.
Like your other
Do I
companions?
see Loki looking at me? Do I see Cal looking at me?
Are you guys looking at him?
I definitely
Well, I am,
saw him
definitely.
do
I'm
that
peeking in that direction, yeah.
Okay.
from behind our
so yeah,
tree
they see
cover.
I keep my head straight toward the Orogs, but I make eye contact with them, and I say, "Go."
That's my key. And I'm going to get out. I'm going to start running towards the village.
Okay,
By myself, whatever, but I'm
the
going
village
to...
is this way.
Yes, I'm going to run all the way.
Okay.
Not stop.
All right, so you're going to dash. So
Yeah.
you move 60 feet then, so you're pretty much off the map. as you book it,
Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
leaving the group. And then next after Brawl is going to be Locks. What you doing, Locks?
Are there any trees anywhere nearby me?
Surrounded by him.
So there are trees everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very foggy though, but the trees are about 40, 60 feet high. They have thin. It's more towards the top, where the greenery is, if you will. Whereas like half the tree is just bark.
Okay. Let me see what I can do here. He doesn't see me still, right? You said I was in bush.
Correct. You're well hidden right now.
All right. I'm gonna let loose another arrow at him.
Okay.
Uh, 21.
That'll hit.
Ooh, 11 plus 16 damage.
Your
And
character's
four poison if he gets poisoned.
he's already poisoned. So at the beginning of his but he gets
But
again,
it-
right?
Yeah.
The poison, no effect. But how much damage?
16.
Jeez.
16.
Okay, so this arrow, as you pull it, comes straight at his face as he's running towards you, and then it literally clips the side of his eye, and the side of the tip of the arrow slices the end of his eye, and then just blood is just pouring out of his eyeball, and the eyeball itself is actually sliced in half, and then the arrow goes flying by him, and he cannot see out of one eye, and he starts stumbling forward.
Okay. Let me. Whatever the tallest tree is, I don't. Can this be the tallest tree?
I say the tallest tree is about 10 feet away from you to the right, so we'll say right, 10 feet to the right. Yeah, that perfect.
Okay. All right. I'm climbing and hopping as high as I can up the tree.
Okay.
And as I'm climbing and hopping, I'm saying, "You should have listened, bitch. You should go."
You can just hear, "Fuck you." And then is that your turn? We'll say you make it to the top. I enjoyed you.
How tall is the tree? I want to be able to still have a good view of him, but be half cover at least.
So we'll say you go up to the bottom of the shrubbery, so that it's about 20 feet up. Does that work for you?
Yeah.
And you're kind of perched on the bottom ring of the branches that are. And then next is going to be Loki.
I just think to myself, oh, she's gotten us in quite a pickle. We should have passed. We should have let them pass. I am going to run 1.
What a story.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over to here. And I'm going to fire. Actually, I'm going to go down like a little bit lower there. And I'm going to fire an arrow at the guy that's not looking at me. That's poisoned.
The one that was just shot by this one over here.
Yeah. I'm going to finish him off.
You're going to try to finish him off? Okay. All right. So what you're going to use your arrow?
Yeah. Do I get advantage for him not knowing I'm shooting at him?
No.
True.
For him just raging toward Locke.
Do you have sneak attack?
No. But it's more so like sneak attack is something you get advantage.
So if this was like, I believe this would be, 4th edition you would have, depending on the positioning. But in 5e, I'm pretty sure.
Because he just doesn't know that I exist.
Right.
That's
Guess
where I'm
I could
thinking
do
that
DM
it's a
discretion.
surprise.
It's a pretty solid sneak attack.
He's blind in one eye.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
blind in one
And
eye.
he's blind.
And he's just boiling with rage.
Okay. You guys all have a very convincing. You've been role playing well, so as you guys role play, I'll be a little bit more lenient. I will say you have advantage.
Alright. And I still miss.
Okay. So as you pull the arrow back is the flame one, right? So
Yeah.
the flame.
I missed by 1.
Okay.
17.
I did at 17.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you do that, the flame catches shrubbery on the other side, but it's
The shrubbery.
The shrubbery goes up in flames right behind him. He kind of turns his head to the side, notices it, but still pressing forward towards Locks. Is that your turn, Loki?
Yes.
Okay, next is
That's all I
Cal.
got.
All right. All right. So this guy is on his butt, you said?
Yes, he is on his ass.
All right, so I'm going to burst from cover, and I'm going to sprint as far as I can to go this way. And as I'm running past, I'm going to heroically put 2 hands on the side of my head and stick out my tongue at that guy who's on the ground. Go, ah! And then as I'm running by, yell back to the party, this is a fool's errand. We need to get back to the village.
Ooh, why did you say that, motherfucker?
Okay. So you, as you said, this is a fool's errand. You need to get back to the village. The one on his ass looks you directly in the eye, and you can tell that he's somewhat confused, but very, very intent on. He heard every word you said.
What village?
And next,
Level 2 mistakes.
Shit.
Level 2 mistakes.
and then next, this one not being able to see very well starts. He's in the thick of the shrubbery now, taking his axe, swinging it wildly. And he makes it up to the tree that you are perched in, with his one eye bleeding. He's looking up, and I'm actually going to roll to see with disadvantage if he can see you or not. First one was a natural 20.
Oh no.
Next one was a 2. So you got super
Yay.
lucky. So he looks up, his eye is very bloody, looking up directly
Yes.
at where you actually are, but he cannot see you right now. Get down here, you little shit, he says. And then next is going to be this one who is scared. He's still a little scared, backing up away from you, but turns to face the other way. Now he is looking for his essentially the other Orug, and he starts venturing this way. And then after that is going to be this one. This one's normal, fine. He begins moving forward into the shrubbery, looking, searching. This one who's prone, not his ass, stands up. Don't want to do that. He's no longer on his ass, but he is standing, and he used his entire movement to do that. Next is going to be Danan. You are still booking it, right? So you're out? Okay. Brawl.
How far are we from the
Camp?
camp?
Maybe like 25 minutes.
Pretty close.
Running? Probably 15. Oh, maybe about like 10 minutes running.
Yeah.
But next is Brawl the Stronger. I'm gonna zoom in on your character over here.
I am going to hurl that great axe at that Orog that just stood
Okay,
up.
so what is your range on that?
It is, so it's going to be a
Throwing.
Does it have a throw trait?
non-standard. It doesn't have a thrown trait, so you have to treat it like there's a special way you have to treat it. range. Thrown. Oh, improvised weapons. There we go. It only does a 1d4.
Not worth it. You're close enough that you can just walk to him.
Smack him with it.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
Down.
Okay, so 25. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh wait, no. Oh, you could just go straight.
Yeah, you could just go straight. So you could go down. You could go down. 5, 10.
Down and then over here and then around and then up. So yeah, right there would be good.
Okay. And you're gonna swing with your great axe.
I'm gonna, yeah.
Okay. He is scared.
Go for the knees.
He is scared of you, so I'm gonna give you advantage.
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
Ah, 15.
Does not hit.
That's with advantage?
That's with advantage.
So as you come by with your great axe,
Level
you're
2.
coming down. He parries you with his and swats it to the side, but it's still kind of like on his back feet, leaning away from you.
Yeah, I guess that's it.
Seems way too far out there. And then next is going to be, after Brawl, is Locks.
All right. You said the guy below me couldn't see me.
Cannot
right?
see
rolled
you,
and
but
he
he's
couldn't see
looking
me?
straight up at you.
Okay.
And you can see the eye is one eye is just sliced from like the cornea over to the side, and there's a scar going down the side of his face now, and then just its blood is just pouring out of his eyeball. He's looking up at you, just angry. The teeth are just gnarled, but you can't.
Okay.
He doesn't see you.
All right. All right. Let me try one more time. I'll sneak attack him one more time.
Oh,
Damn it, I read that wrong. It's 2d4.
18 to hit.
18 to hit. That'll hit.
So, 13 damage. And 2 poison if he gets poisoned.
Okay. So as you're looking down with your bow, he's looking up at you. Get down here, you little sh! And then you pull the bow, goes right through his forehead, knocking him back dead.
Okay.
yikes.
Do I get another action or no?
You can still move. Unless you have a bonus action.
Yeah, but it's not for what I want to do. Okay, let me move further up in the tree.
You're at the top.
No, he's 20 feet up. So
Yeah.
there's still another 20 feet you can go.
Let me move another 25, and then with cunning action, I'm gonna hide as best as I can.
Okay. All right. And then you're very well hidden, I'll say. And then Loki, you're up.
So now I'm gonna fire my bow at the one that's coming toward me. Indeed.
Okay.
Uh, 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
And this is with fire. So... Shit. 7 damage.
7 damage? Okay.
Yeah, 2 of that damage is fire damage. But
So as you pull the bow back, it with flame lands right into his front leg, sticking and blood starts coming down his leg. And then he just takes his axe, swipes it to the side, breaking the arrow. And then he starts limping forward towards you.
I'm going to kind of keep going away from him.
Okay.
I can't really go off the map here, but
so
I'm taking another.
You have about 15
30 feet,
and you move, and then your back hits up against rock, and you look behind you, and because of the fog, you recognize that there is a rock face that goes up about 40 feet. So you're up against a rock.
Does it look like difficult terrain to climb?
It's like this.
So it's straight up?
Well, straight up with this. It's actually slanted where
45 degrees.
It's even more. It's almost like jettisoning out. So like you could actually like kind of like it's kind of over you at this point. So when you hit it, it's actually sticking out. It would be very, very difficult to climb.
Okay. I'm gonna run like basically as far as I can from that.
Okay.
Or that's about it.
Okay, so you're just gonna stick up against the rock then?
So right now I'm already 5, 10, 15, 20 feet away from it, and then I'm moving another 15.
Okay.
So I'm 35 feet away from it.
Okay. All right. Next is going to be U-Calo.
All right. Realizing my mistake, I'm going to spin on my heel, drawing my bow. Do I recognize anything in the terrain that may prove useful in this battle, like flora, fauna, anything? I know that some stuff's on fire.
So the rain's coming down pretty fast. You know, the sun is still hidden. And looking around, do you have dark vision?
Yes, and
Okay.
this is my favorite terrain.
You recognize that the shrubbery. There's some poisonous shrubbery that you see, but not like very threatening. Like kind of give you the shits kind of poison. But yeah, it's just looking around. It's a lot of green. There's a lot of places to hide, a lot of things to climb. You're surrounded by trees, bushes, and then some of them are kind of like poison oak, poison ivy that you recognize.
Okay. Brawl, did you hit that guy in front of you? I don't know. Okay. I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on that dude in front of Brawl.
Okay.
And I'm gonna loose an arrow.
Okay, Hunter's Mark. 1 sec.
Oh yeah, you're a ranger.
Yeah, so that just means if I hit him, I get to do an extra d6 damage.
Okay, roll for damage.
All right, and this is with. Hold on, pull up my.
Now that is a bonus action, Hunter's Mark. So that's your bonus action, and then the actual attack is your action. Okay.
No, I use Hunter's Mark is an action. I can use a bonus action if the creature dies on my turn to bounce it to another creature within range.
Okay.
But right now it's just cast the spell and then shoot the arrow.
Okay.
Oh, gotcha. So if you land the arrow and it kills, then you can transfer Hunter's Mark to something. Gotcha.
As a bonus action. But
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that's going to be a total of dirty 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
Heck yes. So that's going to be a d8 plus 3. So 4 plus 3 is 7 plus my d6 now from Hunter's Mark. Getting a 3 puts it at 10 piercing damage.
Okay. As you do that, so as he's kind of stepping back away from Brawl, the arrow comes through, hitting him in the chest, sticking in.
Can it go like right over his head?
Go over his head?
over Brawl's head.
Yeah, that's fine. So maybe right over Brawl's shoulder, and then piercing in line, like right where Brawl's staring at in his chest, right straight forward, about an inch away from Brawl's head. It missed, and then hit its mark pretty perfectly. Could have been very dangerous if you missed. Could have hit Brawl.
Boom!
Nice.
Headshot.
Did it die? Did I kill him?
No, you got him in the chest. He's very tall.
Cool.
And
That's all.
next is going to be. So the one that was chasing after his captain stumbles forward, still a little scared, sees the dead body, looks up the tree. It's pretty foggy, but he does see you, and he takes his javelin.
What is he rolling against as far as my stealth?
He rolled a 19, and I rolled for intelligence, because that's the... So he had a +1, so it was a 20 that he rolled. What is...
Do I roll anything to... Since I'm hiding with...
So he's going to have disadvantage because you're pretty much like half covered right now. So he can see you, so he's rolling with disadvantage on the attack itself. So he saw you. So I was just seeing if he saw you. And he sees, so you're half covered, so he has disadvantage on his attack roll, which is that's going to be a 16. Does that hit?
No.
Okay. So as he throws a lance up, it hits the tree, and it gets stuck right into the bark. And now it's pretty well in there, and it's right next to you. And if you were to put like a fin on it, like, would it be a fin? Do frogs have fins? What do frogs have? Have they feet?
They have manly flippers.
Okay, I don't know.
They have webbed toes.
If you were to put your amphibious foot on it, you could actually probably use it to stand on. Next is going to be the one that was hit. He is going to actually swing at you, Brawl, with disadvantage because he is scared. It's going to be 9 plus 15 to hit.
15 armor class.
So that does hit.
15. Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't have your shield?
No, I had my great axe out.
Bollocks.
That is going to be D12. Second, sorry. That's going to be 6 damage. So he comes across, hitting you in your armor, and the armor kind of dents in a little bit, pinching you. And then he comes back around to swing again, and that will not hit. And then he comes back around, and then you kind of back up a little bit. And next is going to be this one. So he runs towards you, Cal. Or not Cal, excuse me, Loki. And he is 30 feet, and he's 35 feet away from you. It's a little bit foggy. He gets within 5 feet, and then he's going to swing.
Wait, if he's 35 feet away and he has 30 feet of movement, he'd be still...
The other 5 feet would be standing on top of you.
No.
What? No. He'd have 5 feet.
He'd have 5 feet between us.
So you are... So he was here, and you were 35 feet away, right? So let's just... 5, 10... So this is how I was doing 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So if he was here, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, he'd be here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then you would be 35.
No. So I was able to move 15 feet from him, and he was already...
Okay, so all
25.
right, I will
He was
just...
25 feet away. Plus 15 is 40.
Okay.
No.
He is this close to you.
Okay.
Okay, and he takes out his javelin, and he throws it at you.
He's got a lot of actions.
Well, you just moved. That was it. And then that will be to hit 16.
Shoot, does it? Hold on. I actually switched from my character for a sec. Shoot. It is... Yeah, 16 is my armor class.
Okay, and that is going to be... You're going to take 8 damage. So it comes flying forward. It cuts you right under your rib cage, and then cements itself into the rock face behind you. And then next we are back to Brawl.
I'm so anxious.
Yeah. So you've been going. I mean, it hasn't been 25 minutes yet because of the.
I know.
The rain stops.
I'm gonna take a swing at him.
Okay. Roll with advantage. He's still scared.
Okay. $16.
Doesn't hit. So as you swing, he parries it again with the.
Hold on. Before you do it, like, what are you using?
What?
Brawl, what are you using for your attack?
His
What am
great
I-
axe.
what am I
Your
using?
great axe?
Yeah.
And you're also adding your proficiency to that, right?
Yeah, it's a +5.
Oh man, damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, sorry to interrupt.
So
sorry,
all
everybody.
good. All of a sudden, lightning comes down, strikes you, killing your character. Let's go. All right. Just kidding. All right. And so he parries it away with the bottom of his great axe, and then next is. Are you staying put, or are you using any bonus actions?
Disengage would be an action, right?
Yeah.
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 So staying put.
Then yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay, Lux, you're up.
Okay.
Wait,
I,
did I
uh,
skip? Sorry. No, never mind.
All right, I'm gonna take out my war horn that I have and blow it as loud as I can, like just a loud bellowing, like type thing.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
And they're all scared, or just some of them are scared.
The one below you is scared. And then
But so
If they have
technically,
pink-
frightened
if they have
means
pink,
that
they're
they're
scared.
scared of.
pink.
But that means that they're afraid of Brawl, not.
But they're
they're-
scared
They're
in
scared
general,
in
right?
general. I'm just gonna say they're scared. In general. The situation has them frightened.
All right. And I'll say, hear me, you filthy beasts. I have summoned the mightiest warriors of the Forgotten Realms to rain death upon you. Leave now and live. Stay. And the last thing you'll see is a 2-foot tall frog clawing through your bellies and cutting your beating hearts out.
Okay, roll for intimidation with advantage.
Ooh, 19 plus 3, 22.
Okay. So the one in front of you, these actually all three can hear you because you're not too far, and because of your height, it carries out, and the rain stops, so it's not silencing you. They start moving, and he backs up away from you. They're all kind of they all kind of stop what they're doing and begin to like slowly kind of back up. As this is happening, Cal, your Loki, your bag is now glowing, and the stone is basically pulsing light.
I would have to make a check.
You can see it coming
anything.
out of the bag. Like it's that. I mean, it's so bright that it's like pulsing through even the cloth of the bag.
Can he do anything
literally,
about it?
Yeah, I'm going to give you an opportunity. What would you like to do?
Oh my god.
I guess I'll pull down my bag and drop it.
Okay.
And let the thing roll out, I guess.
Okay, and it
what
rolls out, and the light is pulsing, and it gets so bright that a white flash illuminates, and the whole entire field turns pretty much pitch white. And then the light that is pulsing from it, you can see it start glowing. The rock stays, and then it shoots up to the sky, cutting pretty much like a hole through the fog. And then where the sun is, hits like that from your vantage point, and then the shadow dissipates away from the sun, and now it is daytime again. And
wait, wasn't it night already?
No.
Before?
It was getting darker.
Yeah.
But there was basically like an eclipse, right? So that the eclipse has now passed, and the sun is now back normal, and the three creatures that are scared back up into the road again. The war horn's still going, and they take off.
Yeah, you better run. We have Dragon Balls.
The fuck are you guys waiting for? We have to pursue them. Now they know that there's something out here.
As this one backs away, you guys all have an opportunity to attack. So, Lox, take your
Definitely.
opportunity of attack.
All right, sure. Do I get sneak attack on him or just a regular?
I'll give you advantage. It's fine. And then everybody can have advantage on this one.
21,
That'll hit.
15 plus 5 if he's poisoned.
Nice.
He is poisoned.
Oof.
Okay, and your arrow goes right into its back as he starts running away from you. He's now kind of running, half gimping away. And then Brawlful Strongheart, take your opportunity to attack.
Yeah, why not? Third time's a charm, I guess.
You got this. Try using your axe.
19,
There you
finally.
go.
Yay!
1d12. Ooh, I remember the last time I rolled a d12.
This guy has been unhurt though.
Yeah, like Alden has a very high AC.
No, he got
fine,
hit.
we
He
can't
got hit.
take-
Cal hit him.
Ooh,
Did he?
14 damage.
Ooh,
14 slashing damage.
Okay, so as you come across, you literally, there's where the armor ends, you get right underneath it, slicing his stomach, spilling out some lower intestines, but not all of them. They're just kind of poking
Oof.
out a little bit. Grabs it, and then he
Oh,
starts
damn it.
backing away, running, limping away as fast as he can.
Is he still alive?
Still alive.
Yeah.
And then this one, Josh, unfortunately, or excuse me, Loki, you're not in range, but he, in terms of an opportunity to attack, because he's not next to you.
Don't you have a bow out,
He
Loki?
does.
I do,
It's
but
not,
I don't
it's not,
have-
It would be an opportunity to attack though, because he wasn't up. You had to be like in next to the person.
Oh, that opportunity. Gotcha.
So these three begin fleeing. What would the group like to do? Do you want to pursue or let them leave?
Absolutely pursue.
Well, I definitely want to fire some arrow after the guy who's trying to run away.
Okay. So they get to the edge of the road, and next, after Lox, is Loki.
Okay.
So,
Sorry, I think I was skipped at some point.
You're next, Cal.
Oh, just kidding.
All right, so I'm gonna fire my longbow at the one closest to me.
Okay.
And
They're also all scared right now.
Does that mean I get advantage or something?
Yes, you do.
Or they just have
They
disadvantage?
well, they both. I'm allowing it for both.
Okay. So, 19.
That'll hit.
And Jesus Christ. 7 damage, 2 of which is fire.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
It's like the same exact roll I did the last time.
Okay.
What are the
So other leg gets hit with the bow, with the arrow, and then again takes his javelin and then swipes it, breaking the arrow. And then he looks at you, very angry but kind of fearful. You can see a little bit of fear in his eyes.
I'm gonna move somewhat around,
Okay.
like that,
All right.
but still with the intention I'm going to pursue.
Okay. Cal.
I'm gonna pray that somebody heard that horn and sees the smoke, if there is any smoke. I'm gonna take a couple steps this way, and then I'm gonna fire an arrow at the guy who was disemboweled by Brawl.
Where are you moving right now first? Because you're kind of far back. So I just want to see your bow has what, 120 feet range?
Yeah.
And then straight forward from
Should be
you. Okay, so these are all trees here.
That's why I'm on the
Yeah,
road.
but the road bends. So I'm just making sure you
I can
have
see that.
a. So you have a shot at this one right here, this third one on the bottom. Is that the one you want to shoot, though?
No, I want to shoot the guy next to him in the middle.
Okay, I would say you'd probably have to move up about 5 more feet right here to get into this area. See where it kind of bends up a little bit?
Okay, so I was here, so I can do
Yeah.
that.
Okay. All right, and then you loosen your arrow and roll for attack.
All right, that's going to be a 18 to hit.
18, did you say?
13.
Oh, 13. That does not hit. Anything
Darn.
else you...
Is that with advantage?
Yep.
Okay.
Dang it.
All right, next. So you stepping out into the road, unless you have anything else you want to do, Cal.
That's all.
Okay, so...
Actually, in Orcish, I'm gonna say. No, I'm done. Yes.
Okay. All right. You stepped out into the road, Loki. So the first one's going to throw a javelin at you, the one on the top. But he's going to roll for poison first. The poison does not affect him. Okay, the javelin misses. The next one throws a javelin as well. Misses. Hits. 19. Does 19 hit?
Yes.
Okay. And then that is going to be 86 plus. It's going to be 5 damage. And as it comes through, it grazes over your shoulder, cutting you. That is all 3.
I hope they have limited javelins.
Yeah, of course. And then next is going to be Brawl. And I'll say they all backed up about 5 feet as well. Powerful strong.
I'm gonna run forward. Let's see. 1, 5, 10. Can we do 15, 20? And I think right there.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna throw my dagger at
Me?
yeah, just right in the back of the head. And then we're gonna duck out. I'm gonna throw my dagger at the one that I cut open.
Okay. Roll for attack.
Is this with advantage?
I'll give you advantage because you're still scared, so.
Well, too bad it doesn't matter. Because I got a 15 anyway.
Okay. Rolling great. So as you throw the dagger, it goes by them. They kind of like look at each other. Ugh. And then
Goes right by me too, and I'm like, Jesus.
next, anything else, Bro?
I don't think so. No, I couldn't use my bonus action to put my weapon away and take out my hammer and shield, could I?
You could.
That's it.
I'll allow it. Sure.
Okay.
I'll allow it.
Then.
Okay.
That's what
Next
I'd
is
like
going to
to
be Locks.
Okay. Do they look like they're stopping to fight, or that they're still trying to back away and run?
They are backing away and running. They
Okay.
just haven't turned around at this point. They're
Okay.
backing up.
All right. So still from up in the tree. Do you hear the footsteps, beasts? Death is approaching. Run!
Okay.
And then I want to fire an arrow.
Okay. All right. And we'll for this front one here.
16 to hit.
Doesn't hit. So the arrow lands on the front, hits the ground, bouncing off.
And then I just run.
All right. And then next is going to be Loki. Poor Danan. She's just gone.
I'm so stressed.
She had to go save Sarah. That's what I was hoping she'd do.
Yeah.
So I will fire an arrow
Okay.
at
The one in front of you.
the one that I keep on firing arrows at, I guess.
Okay.
Is this an advantage or just for
Everybody has advantage
no.
until I say you don't.
everything? Perfect. 23.
That'll hit.
Nice.
Uh, 9 damage plus 1 fire, so 10 total.
All right. So the arrow pierces the side of the throat, lodging itself in there, and then he goes to rip it out, and then the back 2 points of the arrow rip the skin, and blood starts trickling down. He's like gasping for air, but looking at you with hellish intent. And then next is going to be Cal, unless you want to do anything else.
Maybe move a little, I guess.
Okay.
I'll just move like a little bit further that way.
Okay, so you run across the street and then kind of back into some shrubbery. And then next is going to be Cal.
All right, I am going to.
The fire begins to
sorry,
spread as this is happening.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna book it. I'm gonna run as far as I can, start tracking Danan's footsteps, and see if I can catch up to her using my dash, and just over time, hopefully I can get to her, because 15 minutes is a long time.
Right.
to
So
get back.
I would say it's been since this battle started. Each round is 1 minute, right? So that's sorry.
Each round is 6
seconds.
Yeah,
Yeah, right. So
Yeah.
it's been about a minute at that point then, and I would say that you're not quite there yet.
I'm gonna
but
say
you're
right. Bollocks to this, and then I'm just gonna dash off after
okay.
her.
Next is
Bollocks.
going to be the top Orug. Roll for poison. Nat 20, so he's not poisoned. Does the poison end? I think it would end right after.
You're muted.
As soon as it hits, it's instant poison, and then every round is the same thing. If I was to touch him, it carries over, and you have to roll.
Okay, got it. And then let's roll for no longer scared. Okay. And then he's going to actually run towards you, Brawl. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then swing his great axe.
I think he took my shield out.
That is going to be
You
just
keep attacking.
a straight attack, so that's going to be 25 to hit.
All right.
Does that hit?
Yeah.
Why, Josh? Why?
then-
You keep attacking.
Second.
Why do you think I would keep
It's
attacking?
going to be, for his great axe, is 1d12.
Or lucky.
There were 2 mistakes that
It's gonna be
happened
9.
during this battle.
9 damage, and then he's going to swing again. That does
Big
not hit. So you take 9 damage, bro.
Their mistake. They were running away.
Doesn't matter.
Next, this one, still
I don't
scared. He flees and he dashes 60 feet the other direction. This one, still scared. Same thing, dashes 60 feet the other direction. Next is going to be Brawl.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to hit him with my hammer.
Okay.
And he is poisoned but not scared.
Correct.
Does poison give disadvantage?
No.
Okay. So I'm just rolling one then. It's 18.
That'll hit.
Ah, sweet. 1d8. Seven damage.
Okay. So as you swing, you get him in the knee. He drops down to one knee.
Boom.
And then you rip the axe out, and then he's
Warhammer.
Warhammer, sorry. So he smashes
No worries.
smashes kneecap, and then he drops to one.
Ugh.
Next is going to be Locks.
All right. I'll sneak attack the guy that's by Brawlithal Strongheart.
Okay.
And a natural 20.
Okay.
Take him down.
Yes.
It's the first one. What is this? Episode 6. It's the first 20 I've had the whole
Yeah,
time.
but you've been rolling
Damn.
crazy good though. Still.
Well, my bonuses are really high for that.
Yeah.
Though. All right.
Frog sniper.
So with sneak attack, do I double that as well, right?
You double just the roll, like your normal
Your
D6.
damage doubles, but not the bonus damage.
Not the additional. Okay. So then
Yeah. So your bonuses don't double.
right. So then 25 damage and 7 poison if he's poisoned.
How do you want to do this?
Yay!
As he drops down to a knee.
I want to saunder over to him and like twirling an arrow, and then I want to cut up his stomach and then start crawling inside and then look up at him and said, "I told you what would happen, mate." And then hopefully he'll just die. I don't know.
Yeah, so as you do that, you slice up and his whole stomach spills out as he looks at you with his last dying breath. And then he's just
Jesus.
And then he falls, and then as he falls, you literally are now inside of him because he fell on top of you.
I just stand there speechless.
Okay.
And the only
And I
thing I can
continue to
say
pursue.
is savage.
I have to pursue the two that escaped.
As you do this, so as that happens, the ball that spilled out onto the ground begins to pulse again.
Oh, I thought that flew away.
No, it didn't
I thought it flew
the
away, too.
light from it left it and went back up as if like it went towards the sun. So the light, think of it as like a beam of light that shot towards like a flashlight towards the sun, and it made the eclipse go away, and then the sun came back out. The ball's still there, and the ball begins to kind of start rolling around, and the light starts pulsing, and it rolls back into your bag, Josh, that was spilled on the ground.
Weird. But Lux, we cannot let them escape. If they escape, they'll know that there's a village around here, which means that they will come back and looking in force. We basically just endangered the entire camp.
My promise was to Sara, not to a village. I mean, I get that they're one and the same at this point, but if it wasn't them, it'd be somebody else. I'm not going to chase anyone at this point. At this point, we have a team member who's running back to the village. She could run into something else. I'd say the priority is catching up to her.
Brawl?
We won't be able to catch them at this rate. They're much faster than we are.
How are they much faster? They run just the same.
Oh, you saw them. They sprinted like 60 feet.
I continue to pursue them. I'm going to go after them.
Okay.
And leave the party.
Okay.
All right, I tag along
Or
as fast as my short little legs can carry me.
Y'all are splitting the party. Oh my god. Okay. So you guys venture on. So you're gonna sprint 60 feet. You are now. You're about 30 feet behind him. But that is your.
I would still stay like somewhat distant because I'm using a bow.
Okay. Well, they're still in range. They're only at this point. Then they're. I would say they're about 90 feet. They're 90 feet away from you.
Okay, so I will move 30 feet and fire my bow at one of them.
Okay. So you move 30 feet. Fire your bow. Roll.
Advantage or no?
No.
No. I missed the first arrow.
Okay. You like it?
And I keep pursuing.
Okay. So you're still 60 feet behind. Okay.
Yes.
And then Brawl, what are you doing? So the two that are carrying on. Is anybody else carrying on?
I'm sprinting.
Yeah, you're
after,
sprinting. Locks,
Danan.
I think you decided to go after Danan as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's just Brawl and Loki at this point.
It's so dangerous.
Still need some music.
How
So stressed.
how beat up do they look?
From your distance, 90 feet.
Well, from the last time that I saw them, before they started running away.
They seemed pretty gassed, but they weren't. They were. I would say not overly beat up. They still look like they have some fight left in them.
I look back, see everybody running back toward the village, and I turn to Loki and say, "We cannot take them 2-on-2. If they decide to fight us, we will lose.
And
We
we'll
have to
lose,
join
and I'll
the
take them
others.
down with me.
Oh my god.
For what, man?"
We just put the entire village. There were innocent people there. We put them all in danger because of a few mistakes. And now you all want to run. That's... do what you have to do. But I'm continuing on.
All right, I accept responsibility for those mistakes, and I continue with them.
Okay, so you're about 90 feet away from the closest one who's running as fast as he can away from you. What do you do?
I'm just trying to keep up with Loki.
Okay, so you catch up to Loki, who is 60 feet behind him. They dash again. Now they are 120 feet away from the two of you.
I'm gonna 120 because they move 60. I will, because I'm still. It's 120 is still within range, I
I
believe.
think it's towards the end of your range.
So I was gonna move 30 feet anyway, and then I'll fire another arrow at
Okay, so
one of
they're
them.
now 90 feet away from you. You loosen an arrow.
And that's a miss.
Okay, it lands to the side. They're still running as fast as they can. And then Brawl, you are now still 120 feet away. What do you do?
I'm still just running along with Loki.
Okay.
I can't do anything from this range.
So you catch up to Loki. You guys are getting a little from all the different battles and movements. You're getting a little tired, and then they sprint again. They are now 150 feet away from the two of you.
I keep pursuing. So 30 feet. I'm gonna fire another arrow.
Your range is 120,
So I'm gonna
right?
take 30 feet. Range is 120, so I'm like right within that range. 18.
That'll hit.
And come on, dice. Give me something that makes sense. Alright, 9 plus 3. So 12 damage.
Okay, so
One of which is
the
fire.
arrow comes down. He looks over his shoulder. It lands directly in its center back. He pierces back his shoulder blades, but still running as fast as he can forward. I don't want whatever the hell that thing says to fuck us. And then they continue to run forward. And then Brawl, I'm assuming same thing. You move up, catch up.
Yep.
Okay. They run another 60 feet by dashing, continuing forward. They are now 180 feet away.
Oh, my range is 150 feet
Okay.
with my longbow.
Hasn't really affected it right now, but
Right. So I know that I still have the ability to attack at normal. So I'm gonna again go 30 feet and attack. 19 to hit.
that'll hit. Aiming for the same one.
Yes. 8 plus 1, 9 damage.
Okay. So as you do that, okay. As you do that, it comes down. He looks over, same one looking over his shoulder. He's like, "This, fuck this!" The other arrow goes right through his cheek, knocking him to the ground, blood spilling everywhere. He has an arrow now sticking out of his back and through his head, dead. The other one still presses forward. They were 120 feet. Right, you moved up 30 feet.
They were at 150 or
180. And then
yeah, they were at 180,
30,
and then I moved 30 feet, so they were at 150, and then
now
I
they're-
move another.
Now
60.
the one that's still carrying on is 210 feet away from you.
All right, so now I roll with disadvantage because I have a range of 600 at disadvantage.
Okay.
Wow, that's a good roll. I rolled a 15 and an 18, and so plus my
Yes.
bonus, it's 22.
Okay,
Yes.
that'll hit.
Nine plus 1, so 10 damage.
Okay. So this arrow comes down, landing in its back of its calf. He starts stumbling forward, but still on his feet. But blood is now pouring out of his calf, cramping. He's limping as fast as he can forward. And Brawl, I'm assuming same thing. You catch back up.
Yep.
He was what, 210 feet away from you, Josh?
So he had moved from the 150 to 210, yeah.
Okay, so now he is going to be 280 feet. Or 270 feet, excuse me. 270 feet away from you.
Okay. So again with disadvantage, moving 30 feet again, so 240, right? 16, so that did not hit.
Sprints again. He's now 300
So-
feet away from you.
Minus 30.
270.
17 and 18 rolled.
The-
Okay. Do you want me to show you
yeah,
that?
The disadvantage would be 17, right? And then you have your plus your
Yep.
bonus.
Plus my 7
Okay, that'll hit.
attack. So
Scout's honor, man. I believe you.
Come on, big money. Big money.
Come on.
that was shit though.
Shit.
So that's 4 plus 3, 7 damage.
7.
Okay. The other arrow goes through as if planned. The other calf. 2 arrows sticking out of the calves. He falls forward on his knees, crawling. Crawling forward at this point on the ground, and unable to attack or move. What would you like to do?
I will continue moving at least to being in range.
Okay.
So
So I'll say you
Say I'm
guys
at
have the
100.
opportunity to get as close as you'd like. He's just crawling forward.
Just make Rick go all the way up, and he said,
We should find out where he was headed.
I think we know where he was headed.
Fair.
I'll let you do the honors. You still have a
Alright.
weapon, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I take the great axe back out, and in one swift motion, I behead him
Okay. And
with their own axe.
then he looks at you. Semet will find you. As the axe comes down, poof, cutting off his head, rolling forward, dead. And with that, the end of the music too.
the music was perfect.
Now you guys are now standing on a bloody battlefield. The rest of the group has taken off after Danon what would the two of you like to do?
I am moving the bodies to. I mean, as much as I can.
Mhm.
I'm sure I'm exhausted,
Yeah.
but I'm moving the bodies to being hidden and out of the way, so that way, any patrols that come by aren't going to notice that there are these bodies close by the village.
Okay. So you guys move the bodies over to the side.
We'll check them too. We can check the
Yeah.
bodies while we're doing that.
What they have on them is some loose coin.
I could use some
Between
loose coin.
all the bodies that are left, the four of them, you guys together find about 40 silver pieces, and you also find about 40 copper pieces.
All right, split that.
Yep.
And then each of them had
So 80.
Each of them had 2 javelins. Some have been thrown and or sticking in trees and rocks, and each of them had a great axe.
Salud.
All right. Now, I'm okay to continue forward.
Go.
Huh.
That was intense.
Yeah, well,
So about that
I
battle.
did not think you were going to be able to do that, Loki. That was very impressive, to say the least. That's determination right there. So everybody carries on down the road. Danan, we're back to you. You make it to Sturgeon Point.
Oh, thank God.
And
To imagine, like, oh no, more.
yeah,
Right in front
you
of
made it
you.
to Sturgeon Point. And what is it that you would like to do?
While I was running, I was trying to see if anybody was coming along, and I didn't see anybody, so I kept running. I want to go all the way to the herbalist person.
Okay. So you run into to find the herbalist. 1 second here.
Yeah.
Quiet, 1 moment. Okay, so you run in. You see Sloane is basically has a cool towel on Sarah's head and trying to cool her off. And you see there's like pots. Everything's open. She's been Sloane's been trying every which way possible to save Sarah, and you can see the paleness in Sarah's skin as you run into the room.
Okay.
And then he looks over his shoulder. Well, it took you long enough. Do you have the plant?
Yeah, and I just opened my whatever that I was carrying stuff.
Okay.
Toss it in his hand and
Immediately takes it. Starts
Yeah.
peeling off the petals that are on it, and then takes the.
I will pay a lot of attention
Okay.
because I want to learn how to make a remedy.
Sure. And then puts it into like this stone bowl, and then takes a thing, starts smashing it up, and then takes this watery hot liquid that is on that's under a little stove fire that's in the room, pours it on top of it. We continue to smash it up, and then pours the broth that he made into a cup, tilts Sarah's head up, and then pours the drink into her mouth. As he does that, she begins to start coughing, and then throwing up this green slimy liquid as she comes to over the side of the bed, and then she kind of seems just sweating profusely. The color begins to somewhat come back to her skin, and she looks up. Where am I?
Sarah, is it?
She looks over at you. Who are you?
I'm Danan, and I think I have a message for you.
Well, can it wait? I just I don't really know. I'm a little confused. I don't know where I am.
Of course. I'll stay here, and we'll protect you.
She kind of sits up to the edge of the bed. I don't need too much protection. But I appreciate it. I don't know exactly. I'm so confused. I was just having my supper, and before I know it, everything went black. Where have I?
Really?
Yes, I'm not entirely sure what's. That's all I remember. He kind of looks over at Sloan. Sloan, what happened? And then Sloan kind of looks back. Well, you see, you were taken by a group of
Who gave you?
the what?
Say that again. You were having dinner?
So I was
And-
just eating, and everything went black.
Okay. Here?
Yes, I was just in my room.
Okay.
And I need a minute. Do you mind giving us a moment? I don't know you, ma'am, but I would like to speak with Sloan alone.
No, I'm staying here.
Excuse me, you're in my camp.
Yeah, and we save you.
Okay, roll
And I have a lot of suspicion
for persuasion.
that somebody tried to kill you.
Okay, roll for persuasion.
And that's a 17 plus.
Ooh.
Plus 5.
Oh, shit.
So, yeah.
Somebody tried to kill me. Who? She just kind of stares at you. Who do you think would try to kill? Why do you think this? I mean, I was poisoned, but I don't.
Yes.
Obviously so. This is all.
Who you think? Who will you think who will like to kill you? You are the most powerful person in this town.
Well, I have many enemies.
Exactly. But who will beneficiate from all of this? Who will benefit from all this?
Who would benefit the most would be Rorik, but that's neither here nor there. I think I'll think on these things myself for now, but I appreciate it, and you can stay around. You seem helpful. Is there more of you here, or are you new? Did Thomas bring you?
Yes, he did. And they should be here any minute now. And I try to peek around like the window, like they should be here soon.
She looks at you and she notices the crownish thing that is on your head. Where is that from? That looks vaguely familiar.
I'm not from here.
Well, none of us are from here originally, dear.
Yeah.
Do you believe in the gods?
Yeah. And I think they believe in you too.
She kind of looks at herself, covered in a bloody gown, and just a mess. I think I might need a moment to get to, but I would like to speak with you very soon, in private, if you wouldn't mind. But right now, I think I need a hot bath and some food.
Yes, of course.
You don't want to. You're okay with me bathing on my own, right?
No. I will be outside the door. Can we wait until my friends get here?
Well, by the time it seems like they're not too far away. I mean, I'll perhaps just be a moment. And you can stand out the door. In fact, I would encourage it. I do trust you somewhat, it seems. We both are similar.
Thank you.
She kind of stands up. She's a little wobbly. She kind of leans on you. Do you mind helping me across to my place?
I think that we should wait here.
You can
As far as we know, everybody thinks that you're alive, but you're unconscious.
I mean, I smell like...
If we go outside, I don't know if I'm going to be able to protect you by myself. That's what I'm asking, if we can stay a little bit longer until my friends get
Well,
here.
I have more friends than foes in this camp, and I don't think anybody would attack me in broad daylight, even though the sun is beginning to set.
Yeah.
I think...
Just let's wait 10 minutes.
Okay.
Can I get you some water?
Yeah,
Can she drink some water? I'm gonna ask this guy.
Sloane's
Can
kind of
she
sitting there.
drink
How long does it take us to
You
come
guys are
on
pretty
Locks and
pretty
Ash?
close.
I'm sweating.
Yes, I'll go
Can
grab.
she get some
I'll
water?
go grab the water. I see that you're pretty insistent on staying. And then he goes and he leaves. As he's walking out, you guys are running to the. First, it's Lux and excuse me, and the U-Calo. You guys reach the gate.
The gate
Well, you reach the wooden gate.
of the town?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to run to where Sarah last was.
So you guys run through. If you guys see on the image, I don't know if you can see it or not. So there is these two like fences.
Yeah.
So that's what you just ran through. And then you see.
Okay. Are there anybody posted at the front of these gates?
There is guards on the insides of the gates, but the doors are open.
As we dash through, I'm gonna say, "Watch our backs."
Okay, and they're like, huh? And they look out. They grab they're holding spears, and they don't seem too menacing, but they look out towards the road. As you guys are walking in, you see Sloane walking out. He's kind of scratching his head, and
Don't tell anybody.
well, he's already gone. He's already walked out the door.
Okay. I'm just.
You guys run by him, Lux and U-Calo, and then as he runs by, they're in me pad. You guys do have the gold, right?
I have no idea what he's talking about, so I
just keep running.
And then you guys kind of run past him. He turns around. The gold that was with Sara, you have that, right? That's equally as important. And then he continues on walking backwards, spinning around. And then next, as you guys, so what would you guys like to do? You guys enter. You guys run towards the herbalist room.
I want to check on Sarah.
Okay, so you guys enter the room. You walk into her kind of with her head between her knees, looking down at the ground, with Danan standing beside her, and then the two of you have entered the room as well.
I'm so glad that you're alive.
Oh, you made it. Good. And in time, it looks like. How you feeling, Sarah?
She looks up. Your name is?
That doesn't matter. The thing that matters is that you're okay.
You guys have a pretty particular bunch. She insists on staying. You insist on not telling me your name.
I'm gonna grab her by the shoulders and say, "Listen, lady, you're under attack," and then just kind of smash her back into the pillow.
Hey, you know about poison, right, Carl? She just threw up, and she mentioned that she got poisoned.
Oh, I stepped in it. Oh.
Yeah, and she mentioned that she got poisoned while she was having supper here.
Okay, great.
In the village.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
I just grab my eye, I pinch my eyebrows and shake my head.
She, as you run in and you guys are talking to her and you pushed her into the bed, she kind of springs up, and then she reaches her hand out and the staff comes flying towards her. and it's kind of shaped in in a tree, and she pushes it up against you, and you feel this force, Cal, kind of like pushing you back in towards the wall.
Exasperated, I say, "Ah, lady, not us."
She goes, "Do me a favor. I might look weak, but I assure you that is not the case." And then she taps her staff, and then the energy kind of dissipates, and you don't feel that pressure on you.
If that were true, you wouldn't have us saving your ass every 2 seconds here.
What?
Ungrateful. I'm gonna
Are
kind of
you-
mutter off and walk out of the tent.
Can somebody bring Thomas? I need to speak with him.
Thomas.
Hey.
I hear the word Thomas, and I just shout, "Ah, Thomas!"
Is
Walking
he your trusted
Well, I'm assuming.
companion?
Well, I asked him to get us some
Thomas, where are
some
ya?
warriors. Are you them?
Yeah, kind of.
Yo,
Well, we save you.
Well, I appreciate it. You seem kind, and you
He is really
kind
strong.
of looks
though.
over at Locks. Thank you, my friend.
well, you're welcome. I'd give you a big
I'd
healthy
rather
kiss on
you
the cheek.
don't.
You know. Well, you know the stories they say about frogs and princes, but maybe one day.
I'm,
We'll wait for you to get better.
I'm the furthest thing from a princess, I assure you, but I'm very much familiar with your skin, yes. But I appreciate it nonetheless. No
I'm off
kisses
looking for
warranted.
Thomas.
And
Is there a corner in this room that's kind of obscure, or like that I could kind of just dig through my bag for a minute?
yeah, I mean, you can kind of go under the table.
Okay, I'm gonna do that and kind of rummage through my bag.
Okay.
I'm grabbing my bag from the grounds that had the stone in it,
Mhm.
and I want to look at the stone. Is it still glowing?
Where are you right now? Are you still back? Were
I'm
you-
still way back where I dropped.
so you
the
guys like
stone from
walking
over-
back?
Yeah,
Yeah.
There.
I can't really move that
Yeah,
fast.
the urgency, I love it.
I mean, we just buried like 4 bodies, like bigger than us, and
Okay.
After fighting one as a boss in the last episode.
Yeah.
As you guys are looking, so you look at the stone, it feels very heavy again, but not. It probably feels like it's like 20, 25 pounds still, and there's no glow to it. The golden pins that are sticking out of it, they look a little bit shorter than before.
I put it back in my bag and just keep chugging along.
And then at this point,
Curious.
we are at getting a little late on the East Coast, I think. I think this would be a good time to end our session for the night.
Sweet.
And I was having
And
fun.
I will
That's good.
I,
Enjoyed
I
that.
will let the group know that you have leveled up to level 3.
Oh, snap.
Ooh.
I'm gonna do that right now.
Oh yeah.
Woohoo!
And
Yes.
you can all thank Loki for finishing them off because that's what it took.
Dang, son.
Dang. Yeah.
However,
Nice shot.
I will say I was leaning towards just allowing it anyways because of the amazing role playing you guys put forth tonight with the scare tactics and the different things you guys were doing. It was great from a standpoint of because battles can be long and drawn out. When you add elements like that in them, it makes them more fun. So it was definitely entertaining to say the least, especially when the horn went off.
That's. Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know, but good job. And I also like the end where you guys were discussing if you wanted to move forward or not. That was, and then you just one by one trying to keep throwing that bow back. Man, that was fun. But good job.
Boom, boom, boom.
So those of you who stuck,
That was stressful, man.
yeah, the music was on point.
Super
It was like,
stressful.
are they gonna make it? Are they gonna
Yeah.
make
Yeah,
it?
they just needed probably literally
God.
one more miss from you, and they would have probably been out of range. So
Yeah, that was intense.
Yeah.
And I like how you stood by his
Couldn't
side.
let him
You
go.
stood by his side, but you really couldn't do anything. 'Cause,
Yeah,
It's just there.
it was-
moral
That's
support.
great.
That's the heart from strong heart. Right there.
but I,
Roll the strong
Dude.
heart.
Yeah.
the hopping around in battle from Locks makes things so difficult from a trying to like lock him down and kill him standpoint. It's hard.
I'm trying to play him like Nightcrawler a little bit.
He's kind of
Yeah.
that's kind of what I'm sensing because he's hopping from tree to tree, branch to branch. He's nimble, fast, quick, and agile. And it's just like, where the hell is this thing? It's I'm gonna have to remedy some ways to kill you,
or
not.
Or, you know.
Just to scare you.
But yeah, guys. So for those of you still watching, we appreciate it. Please don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel. We greatly appreciate it, and we're very thankful.
We hugely appreciate it.
Huge.
Good.
Huge.
Greatly.
Sorry,
That's not allowed on this stream.
but until next time, before the till the storm, we'll see you all later
Next week.
next week.
Yay.
Have a good one.